All right. Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. Also live on the Truth FM 96.1 in Liberia. Today I have my colleague with me here, Mr. Johnson Maybon Kula. We are here today to discuss everything Liberia. You know, every time we say open mic, I will say what's on your mind. It means that nothing is off the table, nothing is off limit. We just urge you to remain very calm and respectful in your discussion. But we do not limit you, we do not censor your opinion. We want you to tell us what is on your mind, whether it's politic, whether it's economic, whether it's social, whatever it is. Even if it's personal, your personal issue, as long you want it to be discussed in public, we will welcome you. All we want you to do just make sure you remain within the confines of this platform, which is respect, 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 and issues, issues, issues. This platform is issue-driven platform, and likewise the Truth FM is. That's why we try to govern ourselves accordingly to make sure that we be the example of what we preach. Mr. Johnson Mebonkola, how are you doing and the Liberian people?
Yes, thank you so much, Seku. But I don't know, should I say almost the weeks now, we haven't been seeing or talking, but anyway, that's the beauty of the media. Sometimes, sometimes you got to go for break and through in, and you were on a little break while you trying to do some adjustment behind the scene. But that's good. Thank God at least down now that I'm seeing. But you look a little bit different before come to Liberia. Why is it that you look so different?
Uh, Different in which way now? In a good way or in a bad way?
You are looking different in a good way, and also you are putting up that political or should I say fear or something because your entire appearance looks so political. What going on?
Because this is political season. You got to put on the political garment. You got to
Okay,
put on political attitude. Everything has to be political somehow, some ways.
I see. No wonder. No wonder you are you look at that. But anyway, that's good. Thank God that we are back on the SKTV and for Truth FM. Yes, Liberia is kind. Liberia is going good. Yes, so we are peaceful here as people, but there are a lot of issues happening, and we have 215 days to go to the most talk about October 10th election. So there are a lot of happening. There are a lot of political alignment. There are a lot of political activities. Other aspirants who wanted to be lawmakers, and so these are things that are happening. Student-based politics, people at UL quite recently, seeing one of the government official being thrown out of the campus of the University of Liberia. And yes, there was this press conference that we had today through the Unity Party, and there are some opposition political parties that they are disagreeing with the censor results that come off from the government, and they want to, or in fact, they petition the legislature to reject that result that is coming out that yes, the result is far from reality. And yeah, so these are things that is happening, and the political activities is really ongoing. And for now on, we are yet to hear about the running mate or to the former vice president. Even though there were these rumors, this morning when I woke up this morning, right about 2 o'clock, sometimes when you woke up early, trying to do your own research, you hear some rumors. But today we were expecting that news to break up, but unfortunately today we didn't really hear anything about the
And
former
and,
vice.
and and what are you hearing? Who are you hearing about? I mean, what are some of the names?
Yes. So far, I was hearing about the former ruling party or United Party taking a first running mate from Nima County. That was the rumor that were they heard this morning. Coming from Nima County, and I guess, or maybe if I may not be exact, I can tell you that that person elected coming from the MDR of former Senator Prince, Senator Prince Y. Johnson, who in fact who was the former who was the former of the Senate bearer of the party. So, and we're hearing about Kum. So it's possible that yes, that the former vice president elected pick up somebody from nearby county. So these are gossips that we've been hearing this morning up to now. But unfortunately, we were expecting that news to break up, but it didn't go that way. So election commission registration kick up on the 20th of this month, and they place out those registration centers, those registration centers for the 6 counties that are part of the first phase. So for now on, for Liberians, especially those who are residing in those 6 counties, for now they can wait for the registration. That will be on the 20th of this month, and which of course it will be next Monday, if I may say that. Yes, it will be next Monday. So yes, so there are some exercise going on. There are some politicians who are also helping National Election Commission doing awareness and so on. So Liberia is going is going good, or is fine. But the latest news.
Yeah, go ahead.
So with the latest news coming from the U.S., or in fact from the U.S. embassy, that there are 2 high-power delegates that are coming, or in fact, that news about our reading through it, coming to Liberia, talking about those about corruption and so on. But so this news, sometimes when you come up, sometimes a little bit, it brings some lazy you down, because sometimes people they are lazy you in them to do certain things, but there's certain news by the time you come up, then sometimes people go a little bit quiet and observe the terrain as to what next to do afterward. So yes, Liberia we're moving strong, and we can wait for
so thank you very, very much, Mr. Johnson Mayborn Kula. For me, what is on my mind today is, as a matter of fact, we are going to play one of the beautiful songs out of Liberia today while we share the show. But in the meantime, it's like you pick my brain. What was on my mind today? What is on my mind today? I have a lot of things on my mind, but one of the most important things on my mind today is this Joseph Numa Boakai. And the reason for Joseph Numa Boakai is like Joseph Numa Boakai's case is so unique from everybody else, from all the presidential aspirant or presidential candidates. People who are aspiring to be president of Liberia, Joseph Numa Boakai's case is different from all of them. So that is what I want to go in depth. I want to go in detail, and I want to tell the Liberian people, who do I think should be or deserve to be the running mate of Joseph Numa Boakai? Win or lose in life, people do things for a reason. In life, you can be, somebody in the eyes of the people, and then you are somebody else behind the scene. So it's very, very important that we're going to put, I personally, going to put Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai on a microscope, political microscope today.
Okay.
With regards to his presidential bid, his supporters around him, who are his potential candidate for vice president. So it's very, very important that we share the show today, and we're going to be opening the line in Liberia as well to hear what Liberian people have in mind in terms of this whole political system currently facing our country. Because you know what? You came on, you said, you look political, you face look political, your action looks political, everything. Because this is political season. We have to be ready. We got to
put on the garment.
Yeah, we got to speak truth to power. And we got to speak truth to our people. So that when they walk to that booth, that voting booth, they are voting based on information. They are making an informed decision based on facts, based on reality. And if they get into it and do the wrong thing, at least they will not say we didn't know. if they go ahead and do the right thing, some of us who are speaking truth to power, at least we'll be credited to say, yes, they said it, and now it has come to pass. So in the meantime, one of the person that is on my mind today is the Senator Yombli Kanga Lawrence. All of her actions or behavior, the way she speaks, the way she moves, everything seems to be vice presidential. Like she's already the vice president. That's how it seems to me. But if it is the other way around, that will be also surprise. And that will also come with some serious ramification, consequences, if it is other way around. That's why I have GNB on my mind today, and I have everything that has to do with GNB and politics around GNB. So on that note, I'm going to play this song here by Sunday Guy about Yombli. That song is called Bosede. Bosede. I don't know the meaning, but I like the song. So we'll play that song today, and then we will get into the show immediately.
Yo que yo me llamo
Okay, Mayborn Johnson Kula, you and I are here today
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that we put all these things into the right perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Today is a different day.
Mm.
Today is what we call open mic. It's called What is on Your Mind. Before we go to the people and ask you what's on your mind, we tell you what is on our mind.
Mm.
Like I said today, what's on my mind is Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence and Ambassador Joseph Nima Boakai. But before I go there, what is on your mind, sir?
Yeah, thank you. I was looking at the deep stuff that have been going on through from the former Chief Justice. But yeah, so there are a lot of issues ongoing here in Liberia, especially political happening. And to be exact, for me, there are a few things on my mind. But let me deal with the issue from the state-run university. We are, let's say, Liberia is a country now that been going through, uh, that been experiencing peace now. I can tell you for the past almost 20 years now, since 2005 up to now. Yeah, we've been experiencing peace up to now. So when we are doing some our activities, I think we got to take time on how we go about with it. So young people, especially on the campus of the State University, seeing you, hitting people or maybe, you know, making things to look like we are we are back in the dark days, and then that will not be good for us as people. So I'm just trying to just tell the soup or the Vanguard Student Unification Party, as they can always call themselves, that yes, it's good to have student political party on campus, but to go, the way they can behave nowadays, for me, I think is not right. So we don't want to see people destroying other people's properties only in the name of, this person is associating maybe with criminal, or this person is, you are not the law to judge people, to tell them that yes, this person is corrupt. So because of that, so we don't want to see the person anywhere around our end. No. You go to school to learn. And 90% of government officials that we even have nowadays, they all come from that side. So if you see government officials going on the campus there, and you keep running behind them, you keep embarrassing them, you keep destroying properties here and there, I think then we are heading for something else. So please, I'm just appealing to them that please, even if you have your own political differences or something with someone, there's an easier way to get in. Because now, if you listen right now, Honorable Akaras Moses Gray posted that if on Monday you will be there. Honorable Yaka Koruba also posted that in fact Monday he's going to be there to also have lunch with Supist. So now what's going to happen? Those innocent people, because it's not everybody that are part of soup. There are some people, or in fact, there are some students down there that don't even go down there for politics. They go down there to go learn, and that's just it. So you can't infringe on their right. So sometimes when you do this thing, I don't know why they can really think other way, because you got to think that, oh yes, other people that are also in our mix that are not part of any students' politics. So let's be careful on how we go about with our politics. But to just see students, it's not the first time, second, nearly the third time. Every time you will hear that, oh yes, a student from the UL there, they block the road, student from the UL there, they do this, student from there, it's not a good sign for all of you there who are part of SUPES. Please, I'm appealing to all of you. That's just what's really on my mind, that at least we want the students to behave as students. Thank you. And another one has to do with this voter registration. Next, you are coming out with the various voting centers for the 6 counties that are part of phase 1. Sitting back and just acting like maybe there is no money or maybe there is no budget for awareness, then I think you're not doing well. Because by now we're supposed to be hearing some of the jingles played on various radio stations, newspaper bringing all the even flyers going here and there, because you said on the 20th, and the 20th is not far anymore. So people have to be aware of how they're going to register, how the registration process is going to be like, how, in fact, who are those people that will be given priority to first, in fact, how it's going to be. All of these things that people have to know. But if you just sit by and just feel that all is well, people will just go and do it because you are talking about a new voting system or the biometric. So the biometric is a new system. So you have to educate the people as to how to go about with it, or else you're just going to see long queue that people go register throughout and someone need that basic schedule to say, yeah, let me go and get my voting card, and you will see the queue will be so long because people are not aware of some of these activities. So I'm just passing back to let National Election Commission know that please go there and do the right thing. Thank you. So far, that was very on my mind.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Johnson Mayborn Kula. I want to say thank you to all of you listening to us. If you are in Liberia listening to us, I want to again tell you good evening. And if you are in Australia or China, anywhere in Asia, where it's in the morning, we want to say good morning. If you're in the United States, in the East Coast, we want to say good afternoon. And if you are in the Pacific West, whether it's in California, whether it's in Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada, whether it's in Phoenix, Arizona, I want to say good morning to you. It's 11 o'clock. It's precisely 11:27 here. Today, I said, what is on your mind? Before I open the line to you guys, I want to tell you what is on my mind. First and foremost, we will start with a little bit of a breaking news. I said today JNB is on my mind. We have credible information that Ambassador Joseph Nima Boakai will be returning to the United States shortly. You know, he just left here. But he will be returning to the United States perhaps this month or next month for a medical reason. I repeat, we have a credible information that Ambassador Joseph Nima Boakai, the candidate for president in the Republic of Liberia, will be returning to the United States shortly for a medical reason. For medical visit, medical reason. We were even told that he could be here for probably 2, 3, maybe up to 4 months. 2, 3, maybe up to 4 months in the United States. This is election year. That's why I say this is a little bit of breaking news to so many people, to so many ears in Liberia.
I think you have to say that again because
I will repeat.
Thank you. Yes.
We have a credible information that Ambassador Joseph Nima Boakai, the presidential candidate for the Unity Party, will be traveling in the United States for medical reason. I'm not going to go into detail of the medical reason because we have pretty much all of the information, but we will respect the portion of what it entails, what he's going to go through. But what we can tell you for sure, things that have some political implication, we will talk about those. That he's going to be in the United States for about 2, 3, maybe up to 4 months this year. You know, the election is going to be in November. Is it October? October, right? America always in November, October this year. So one of the reasons why I decided to talk about all of this, because I said today Joseph Boakai is on my mind. Everything surrounding Joseph Boakai are things that I'm going to discuss today. You don't have to discuss that. When it's your turn to speak, to tell us what's on your mind, you can talk about anything you want to talk about. You can also talk about what I'm talking about. So that he's going to be traveling to the United States for a medical reason. And he's going to be here for probably 2, 3, up to 4 months, depending on the process and procedures that he's going to come to undertake. That is something that I think Liberia people need to know. Liberia people need to know is important. However, Ambassador Boakai fixed a problem in 2017 when it came to nominating his running mate. He did it so late. So it was one thing that impacted his campaign. People never had time to actually critique, evaluate, research, and know more about his running mate as a leader. And he never had enough time in the party to sell his running mate because this person served as Speaker of the House with a lot of baggages that could not be defended in a short period of time. Somebody just say lie. Everything we say here, they always say we are lying, but it always comes to pass. Yes, Ambassador Joseph Boakai going to be traveling to the United States for a medical reason for 2, 3, up to 4 months. I repeat that. If you think it's a lie, watch and see. Another thing that I was just talking about the running mate. There are a lot of names being thrown out there. And I'm going to mention some of those names here. It will amuse you to hear some of the names. We have learned that people that have been considered to be the running mate for Joseph Nyuma Boakai, the top on the list is Senator Jeremiah Kun of Nima County. We also heard that Henry Costa, you listen, you heard me clearly, Henry Pedro Costa was also being considered. Is also in discussion as a running mate for Joseph Nyuma Boakai. It is also reported to us that Senator Nyombli Kanga Lawrence is highly being considered as a running mate. And someone that nobody wants to hear their name, but he's being considered. Benina Yuri is also being in the conversation. Now, let's come to talk about people being considered. This person, Senator Jeremiah Kun, who is currently a senator from Prince Johnson's party, who also considered Prince Johnson as his mentor, who also take directive, advice from Prince Johnson. If and when he becomes the vice presidential candidate for Joseph Nyuma Boakai, automatically you should consider him as we are voting for him to be president. Because a vice president is a heartbeat away from the presidency. Especially in the case of Ambassador Joseph Nyima Boakai, everybody want to become the vice president to him. And the reason is pretty simple. Because they believe the age factor, they believe his health is also a concern. So many of them believe that being the vice president for Joseph Nyima Boakai, you are potentially a president in a habit. First of all, he's old. He's not well. If he becomes president, you're not sure whether in fact you're going to end his term. And if he earns his term, he may not go for re-election. So automatically, the person who will be his vice president could be the next person to be president. So because of that, many of the people who wants to be vice president to him, they are seeing the potential of becoming president in the very near future. So imagine Jeremiah Kum being president of Liberia. Imagine Prince Johnson, of all people, becoming the decision maker for Liberia with Jeremiah Kum's presidency. Think about it. This is very simple. If Jeremiah Kum becomes the vice presidential candidate for Joseph Nyima Boakai, that means you are voting for Jeremiah Kum to be president. Equally so, since Henry Costa is also in the discussion, somebody say assumption. We are not assuming here. We are speaking facts. You know it's truth. And those of you who are close to authority, who are close to being part of these discussions, you know exactly we are telling the truth. All these people were considered. They are being considered. Assuming Costa become vice president for Boakai with his age, his health, automatically you are voting for Costa to be Liberal president. Similarly, if he chooses Benina Yure, that means you are voting for Benina Yure to be president of Liberia. In as much as the vice presidency is very, very important for all of the candidates in the race. But for Ambassador Joseph Nyima Boakai is a unique case. Very, very unique. Whoever going to be Boakai's vice president is one step away, just a heartbeat away from the presidency. So it is critically important that you think wisely. I'm not telling you do not vote for Joseph Boakai. No, I'm not telling you that. When you have decided to vote for Joseph Nyima Boakai, just put at the back of your mind that whoever going to be the vice president is the person you are voting for to be president, because of age factor and health factor. Boakai can decide tomorrow to say, you know what, because of my health, I'm not running again. He can say, okay, he can run tomorrow, perhaps win. 1 year later, he can say, I'm resigning because of my health. And there's nothing wrong with that. But whoever that you vote for as a vice presidential candidate for Boakai, just put at the back of your mind that you are voting for the person to be president in the very near future. So, when it comes to Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, with all the names that we just called, whether it's Jeremiah Kuhn, whether it's Henry Pedro Costa, whether it's Benina Ure, I think and I believe that Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence could be a better choice for Boakai. I'm giving this, I do not have the authority or the right to choose for Boakai, but as a Liberian, I have the right to speak my mind, to recommend, to speak on issues as I see fit. Let me give you several reasons why I believe Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence deserves to be the person for Boakai. Not for everybody else, for Joseph Jima Boakai. And the reason is very simple. She has given everything, I mean everything politically for Joseph Jima Boakai. Yomli had a choice to easily be the vice president for Komis. But for whatever reason, Yomli decided to follow Joseph Jima Boakai. That's one. Number two, Yomli's political party, the Liberty Party, that she was this not only a political leader, but also a potential standard bearer for president. She did not go for the presidency. But yet, she and Dillon decided, at the detriment of their party, they took the risk, even at the detriment of losing their party or breaking their party apart, simply because of the vice presidency. The Liberty Party was torn apart to the point where both Yomli and Senator Dillon fighting for their political life simply because of Joseph Jima Boakai. Because they believe that being the vice president for Joseph Jima Boakai is a step closer to the presidency, and that could have been the easiest path of becoming president. So that would have been the easiest way for the Liberty Party to get the presidency. From the day Senator Dillon declared on this platform that he was leaning towards Joseph Jima Boakai, the political war started. Everybody within the Liberty Party, the hierarchies, the executive committee members, the advisory committee members, everybody started to, to take position as to where they are. But legally, they were not on the right side. But if somebody can let go of viable political party until that fight started, every Liberian believed at the time that Liberty Party was the most organized, quiet, responsible, and viable institution within the country. Because at that time, Liberty people knew that Unity Party was in disarray. Unity Party, when they lost the election, when they kicked Ellen Johnson Sirleaf out, when they were fighting among themselves, when they were acting like a bunch of beheaded chicken. I'm saying they were acting. I'm not saying they were. They are. That's how they were. That's how they were acting, behaving like a beheaded chicken with no sense of direction. People thought the Unity Party was done, and people knew ANC was the fastest growing party in Liberia. But if you look at the political system in Liberia, ANC could be next to the Liberty Party. Liberty Party was ahead if you look at the past. If we're going to judge from 2017 election. But up to the point, they decided to let go that all that good thing about their party just because of the vice presidency to Joseph Nima Boakai. So today, if Boakai is going to run, and Boakai is going to run for president, who else deserves to be vice president more than Nyomli? What else can Nyomli get if she let go everything? Her party, friends, some supporters, just because of the vice presidency. And beyond that, if you look at the potential, at least who can be ready to be president the next day? She looked better than all the rest of the three people. Jeremiah Kun just got elected as senator. But there are a lot of things we don't know about Jeremiah Kun. There are a lot of things that you don't know. Maybe some of us are privileged to some of the information that you may not know. So, if Boakai is to make a decision, he should factor in a lot of things. Somebody who's there for you, you got to be there for them. And if you know that this person is not fit, or you don't think this person can be of vice presidential material, don't allow them to go extra mile. Liberians listening to us today, you put on your thinking cap. Who deserves better from Boakai between Jeremiah Kun, Henry Costa, Bernard Ure, and Nyomli Kanga Lawrence? Even as we speak, Nyomli Kanga Lawrence is running from district to district, village to village, making her presence felt. Just in preparation to campaign. You listen to her when she went to one function with Joseph Nima Boakai. Every time she speaks, she said, we will do this, we will do that, we will provide leadership, we will do this, we will do that, we will do this, we will do that. As if she's already been given the position. And I believe she deserves it. Whether she deserves to be vice president for Liberia, that is up to Liberian people. Whether Joseph Boakai deserves to be elected, that is up to the Liberian people. But when it comes to Joseph Boakai choosing somebody to be his running mate, I think Yomli deserves it than anybody else. But then, when you are indecisive, when you have problem with making decision, then you find yourself in a serious dilemma. Right now, look at all of these people. Why all of them individually bring to the table when it comes to supporting United or Joseph Nima Boakai? Yomli brings to the table some vote from Grand Bassa County and the Bassa speaking people, whether in Riverside or Grand Bassa County. Not all of them, but yet a good number of them. She brings to the table for over 10 years of experience as senator. She knows how governing works. She knows about governance. She knows about governance. And she knows how election goes. She's been elected twice. Even though she barely won this last one, but she won it. So if you're going to leave her and choose Henry Costa or Benina Ure or Jeremiah Kuhn, not only you'll be alienating her and her supporters for everything they are putting on the table for Joseph Nima Boakai, but it will also speak to the judgment problem of Joseph Nima Boakai. So he doesn't want you don't want to risk that. Secondly, Henry Costa is the mouthpiece for Joseph Nima Boakai. He is the lifeline for Joseph Nima Boakai's campaign. And he clearly stated that he by himself rejuvenated the spirit, the ambitions of Boakai's presidency. He rejuvenated that. And that is a fact. In fact, when Boakai is in the United States, he coordinates, control, direct the movement of Joseph Nima Boakai. So by leaving him to take Yomli Kanga Lawrence or Jeremiah Kuhn or somebody else, Boakai will be losing Costa as well, being the lifeline to the Boakai's campaign. You tell me, remove Henry Costa, who else? Who else? The Boakai can depend on to campaign for him. Who else? Nobody. Who else? And if he failed to choose Yomli Kanga Lawrence, he could also lose Darrell Dillon. You see how this thing is going? So this is why it's very, very important that you make your decision and be fair. You make a decision on time. So imagine Boakai losing Costa as his supporters. That will automatically deflate his campaign. That's just the fact. There's nobody in the Unity Party. There's nobody around Joseph Nima Boakai that can better campaign for Boakai, that can better make the case for Boakai more than Costa. That's just the fact. You believe him or you don't believe him, he is the largest of all of them. And he is the one that Boakai is afraid of, Boakai can listen to. So if Costa is not happy, that means Boakai's campaign will be deflected. Again, let's forget about Nyombli and Costa for a second. Let's say he decides to carry Jeremiah Kuhn. That will leave Costa, Nyombli, Dillon, all of them alienated. They will feel betrayal. They will feel stabbed in the back. They will feel insulted. They will feel disrespected. That everything we have done for this man. Why? Baby, I hope you're following. And I believe Liberian people are following.
Yes, I'm following Segu, and we just saying a whole lot of things, and I don't like the way you are doing your analysis, But anyway, because of time, so we'll come back after the news bulletin, and myself, I'm going to, because I have a few questions to ask you.
We are 2 minutes on the news bulletin.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do, I know Liberian people too want to listen to this analysis. And they want to also get, because the next portion of our segment, when we conclude, we're going to open the line to the Liberian people in Liberia to get their perspective. And then we open the line to the Liberian around the world. But we'll continue with this today when we say open mic. What's on your mind? Nothing is off the table. Nothing is off limit. But we just want to remain respectful and stick to the issue. No insult or personal attack. We'll go to Liberia.
Yes, for the news bulletin. We'll come back.
We'll come back. We'll come back. I believe many people are really, 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 really ready right now to get their input in these discussions.
Exactly.
But we'll be back in a split second.
And my question is going to become strict to you because, by the way, all we folks, if you don't do that, touch that. Coming up next, it's 50 minutes of news coming from our newsroom here on Truth FM 96.1. And today is Thursday, having to be the 9th day in the month of March and the 10th month in the year 2023. I'm John C. Mabankoda on the program, the SKTV, alongside with Sekou. We're going to be here up to 8 o'clock, but coming up next, it's 50 minutes of news. So if you're there, don't do that, touch it. Truth FM 96.1.
In soul of Liberia.
Let's be getting volume. Now who can spend for those there? Now who can spend?
Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia. Get the best of news, views, and entertainment on Truth FM 96.1.
Sorry, 10 years ago, a news center was birthed, charged to collect balanced, credible, and accurate news and information. A tax tested and proven to be a world-class example of news presentation where truths are told. We lead by example and others follow. Sorry, 10 years ago. Class example of news presentation where truths are told. We lead by example and others follow. RCR News, the premier source. 17 years ago, a news center was birthed, charged to collect balanced, credible, and accurate news and information. A tax tested and proven to be a world-class example of news presentation where truths are told. We lead by example and others follow. RCR News, the premier source of accurate news. Bulletin is up next.
Truth FM 96.1, the heart and soul of Liberia.
ENT. Chow coming. CEO Live. Plus the gaming volume. Now who can spell? Who can spell for arrows? Now who can spell? Who can spell for arrows? Now who can spell? Who can spell for arrows? Now who can spell? Who can spell for arrows? Yes, my apple. And it's in the food even the garden was eaten. This is my ball. They were hiding for water. That be who see them.
Yeah, so folks, we are so sorry that we can't bring you the 50 minutes of news due to some technical problems. So we continue with the program. Segu, if you are there, yeah, sorry for the inconvenience for those of you out there, our listeners out there. Sorry that we can't bring you the 50 minutes of the year, Segu. So yeah, news guy found it difficult with some technical problem behind the scene. So we will not be able to bring the news. So that continue. Yes, and I was thinking about asking.
So you're not allowing me to take my break?
Yeah, no, but that was good. Also, sometimes you gotta go for it.
It's okay. A lot of people left because they like to.
Yes, yeah, so
they like to listen to me. So your call and let it come back.
Yeah,
your call all of them to come back. So yeah, so let me conclude on this.
I'll ask you a question.
Yeah, let me conclude. Then you ask a question. So if it's going to be Jeremiah Kun, ultimately, Henry Costa, Darius Dillon, Benina Ure, Jonathan Yamli Kangaroen will feel alienated, feel disappointed. They will also feel stabbed in the back. And that could also have a serious negative impact on the Boakai's campaign. Vice versa, if Jeremiah Kun is not the pick, Nimba being a vote-rich county, they may not have any chance of winning Nimba County. So it's like between the rock and the hard surface. Nowhere to turn. And given the history of Boakai's decision making in terms of making critical decisions, he has never been good at it. It happens during the by-election for senator when Bani Samuka was chosen to be the standard bearer for the Senate. We know what happened. He was convicted. At the same time, he was still chosen by Boakai to be the senator. We spoke about it. They never listened, and eventually he was elected and later on removed. So now, the question becomes, even though Ambassador Joseph Nyima Boakai is scheduled to come to the United States for medical reason for 2, 3 to up to 4 months, and is yet to decide who to be his running mate, that could be a make or break movement. Because when I say a make or break movement, it means that whoever Joseph Boakai is going to pick as the vice president, that person must be ready day one to be president. So if he doesn't pick somebody that fit that criteria, that is ready on day one to be president, then it becomes serious issue for him. I'm open to your question, but before I ask your question, we'll ask everybody what's on your mind. But I believe 100% wholeheartedly that should Boakai choose anybody to be his vice president, the best person for him and the person who deserve it will be Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence. I'm open to your question, sir.
All right, thank you. And I don't know about your analysis is clear and in fact it's fair enough. I don't know, but I don't want to find out as to where do you get your entire analysis, because you are just speaking like everything is just just clear, because there's nothing there, honey. But yes, it right. If you guys are you talking about Henry Costa and that Benayue, and Benayue having to be the godfather to that Henry Costa, and also two of them here from the same political party. Now you are always talking about maybe the former vice president may likely take Henry Costa, or maybe Benayue. So now you don't also see that, if possible, that maybe the former vice president take Henry Costa. You don't see that as a slap in the face of Benayue or the standard bearer of ALP.
That's why there was a problem between Benayue and Costa some time ago. And that is because when Benayue found out that Costa is even being considered, he saw that as a slap in the face, as an insult. But he showed to JNB that he's the person. In fact, that led to their traveling to Nigeria to go and introduce him to some of his millionaire friends in Nigeria that could potentially help finance their campaign. Sure, Benayue is choosing to be the vice president. On the other hand, not me to say something that I can say, but I will just go around it a little bit. You know, when you hear Joseph Boakai after when he got sick in Liberia, before he came to the United States the last time, they said Ambassador Boakai is going to travel to Liberia, to the United States for a fundraising for his campaign for the Unity Party. There was a promise of $2 million, $2 million United States dollars to be given to Joseph Nima Boakai.
What for?
For the campaign. And that was somebody that was working with people like Costa and other people that could potentially open the way for Costa portion of being the potential vice president. But that did not materialize because of some reason. I'm not going to go into detail of that. But that did not materialize. That's why they turned that fundraiser of Joseph Juma Boakai's campaign or Unity Party to Joseph Juma Boakai Foundation, because the original plan did not work. And we know the reason why it did not work. We will speak to that when the time is right.
All right. So, follow-up question also. do you also see maybe too much of delay tactic in the former vice president and that of Arizona Comics, picking up the running mates? Do you see them coming back together? Because I think with all these things that you just explained, because it's almost a two-way street that if you go so, either you win or you lose. If you can't so, either you win or you lose. And elections is all about numbers. So because anyway, the former vice president,
they are all playing cat and mouse game here.
Okay.
And what I've actually seen here is that one person is waiting for the other person to choose. But I can tell you for sure, the names that I just mentioned to you, one of them will be Joseph Boakai's choice. It's not going to go outside of that. If it goes outside of that, that will be a big, big surprise. But I can tell you, top on the list, Jeremiah Kuhn, Henry Costa, and Senator Nyamli Kanga Lawrence, and distant four, Benina Yuri. That I can tell you, it will be one of those people. In fact, there was a conversation if it can be, if it's not going to be Costa, and because it should be some kind of young person, and the man, because the man is older, the man is not well. The other person that was in the conversation, I don't want to talk about that. But that was another young person that was also in the conversation, but that person is completely out of the picture now. Yeah. But the four that I just told you are the ones that will be considered for Boakai's vice president.
And if you go back to those four that you just talked about, can you clearly tell us as to which one of them you think that had the weight, or maybe that had the numbers? Because elections is all about numbers.
When it comes to number, I'm not sure any of them can make him president, but vice president, the people, presidential candidate, they pick vice president depends on that one, what that person brings to the table. Depend what they see as, strength of the person. Some people bring youth to the table. Some people bring money to the table. Some people bring the whole country to the table. Some people bring the whole region to the table. So what happened, most candidates for president, they choose people that will come and supplement what they already have, to add to what they already have.
Okay.
So to tell you that Joseph Nimo Boakai's decision to choose vice president could not be harder, could not be more difficult at this point. Because choosing one will be alienating the other one. And it seems like everybody is somehow, one way or the other, dug in. It means that they in a position they may not budge. And in fact, they had a discussion that they should talk to Nyamli Kanga Lawrence to not worry about being vice president, that if they choose Kuhn or Costa and the win, she could potentially be the president. They say they're going to talk to her. I'm not sure whether they have reached her, but I'm just telling you, it's that story.
Yes, I know. Sometimes these are gossips that come out in a way. So
no, it was not gossip. These are serious discussion.
Okay.
But we have people in there that will tell us. So there was a discussion that Nyamli can be talked to. She can still support because she cannot go back to TPP, so we can talk to her. She can go for, she can support us if we carry Jeremiah Kun, so she can be Senate Pro Tem if Boakai wins the election. I'm not sure if they reached out to her, but that was also a consideration. But what I'm just telling you right now, it's going to be one of those people. So you can open the line in Liberia to ask the people what's on their mind. Maybe they want to talk about what we just talked about. If they have different things on their mind, then from there we open the line to the whole world. We have enough time.
Yes, indeed, we have in time here in Liberia. So, folks, if you just joining us, you are listening to the program, the SKTV live on Truth FM 96.1, and today is Thursday. So our topic here is open mic. What on your mind? Maybe you've been listening to us, and maybe you want to add up, or maybe you want to say something. You can now please in your call to 0778 33 9682. Again, 0778 339682, and you'll be live on Truth FM 96.1. Please be safer. Please, we don't want people saying things that maybe you may not. Hello? Hello? Yeah, my brother. Good evening. What's your name and from where, Johns? Okay, go ahead, Chief.
But I can clearly tell you that women Boakai is going to pick a running mate that will be best suited in the interest of the Liberians. We know the woman has wisdom, the man is a man with experience, so no one is going to rush him, and he's not in rush for anybody where he's wishing.
So who that person, if we may ask you, who that person you think?
I will not just put that in that way, and I believe in my mind will be the best person for the Liberians. So I will not tell you that this person will be for yeah, will be only and believe in ideology, and I believe and I know that you will come on and somebody that every other experience will be happy of them will go to the full authority to do what we want to do for the positive this one is coming to the right path. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your participation. Keep your calls coming to 077 077 833 9682. You'll be live on Truth FM. To this caller, good evening. You gotta move away from your monitor, bro. Please don't do that to us. So 077 833 9682 and be live on Truth FM 96.1. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, my brother, go ahead. What's the name and from where, Johns?
They are so low, we can't hear them. The volume, we're not hearing the person.
Yeah, let me see how best to do.
No, we're not hearing anything. We're not hearing anything though.
Please be audible, please be audible, please. So when will he do that? Because no time. Election, we have 215 days to go. When will he pick his vice running mate? Okay.
Yeah, their call is very, very low. We're not hearing them.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I think I got to use the other phone. So 0770-20-31-25. Let me see where the other phone. Call me on the other line. 0770-20-31-25. You'll be live on Truth FM 96.1. Send that one is here. So you can call now on 0770-20-31-25. Don't call that number. Yeah, my team are complaining that in fact they're not getting you people clear. So let me use the one. So call 0770 20-31-25. Yeah.
So while we're doing that, while we're waiting for a call, we just received $20 donation from one of the followers here. The last name is Taylor, and
Okay.
the person said they're sending us SKTV $20 for speaking the truth. We want
Yeah,
to say
man. That was a big dream, man. Yeah, man. Hello. Let me get to an opinion call. Good evening. Yeah, my brother. Good evening. What's your name and from where you joining us? Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I appreciate what you get and explain to all the audience. We're fighting to watch it. I think the best president for Joseph Juma Waka is Nobel Kaka. Yeah. If Joseph Juma Waka made mistake, I bet the woman would have made mistake. Now why he taking time to appoint that president?
Why you taking the time? Election is coming. 215 days. Okay, thank you so much. So,
he said the best person is Yomlikana Lawrence, right?
Yeah, exactly the way he said. Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, but you have another way
easy again. Yeah, you kids will go ahead.
Thank you for the discussion. This evening, I like I'm monitoring, listening to the analysis that my brother giving. You see, the paper will take Nyomi.
Okay.
But Nyomi don't have that cash to support the party. And the Limakate there, he has the cash in the Obama is Miami. And a full rich country. So let all of those guys that join and sign their document, let them go together and just support him and divide the position, all of the parties. They will be the best solution for them. But neither than that, he lead to working and within his time. Because all of those guys say they want people behind the party to get position, but they will not spend that money.
Thank you so much. So keep a calls coming to 0770-20-31-25 and you'll be live on Truth FM 96.1 to this caller. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my brother, what's the name and from where you join us?
My name is Musa Johnson, strong member of the Unity Party.
Okay, Musa, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, for me, with all your analysis, I think we can see reality in your analysis, but then if I had to advise Joseph Waka who to choose, I would ask him to choose Honorable Henry Pedro Costa. The reason is that the lady Yogi Kaka Lawrence, she has paper, it can be recalled in the capital building. She waited for Sir Joseph Jeffo playing so far with her. And also can be recalled that the Venezuela US or Warlord, so he shouldn't contaminate our ticket. And also the Marquis or Johnny Jessica. So the preferable party for the Honorable Joseph Waka to elect for us, the Unity Party to go behind is Honorable Henry Pedro Costa.
Okay, thank you so much, Henry Pedro Costa. To this caller, good evening.
Yeah, this is the boss of Prince Randy calling for the free himself.
Go ahead, Prince.
I'm sorry, just look at your Waka to take his running mate for him.
Why?
I'm sorry, just Waka to take his running mate for him country.
Who that person?
Jeremiah Paul.
Why?
Because Jeremiah Paul, Lima is the country that have the highest vote in this country that we may observe.
Most of our first.
Election with no amount of vote you win with. Yeah, and Jeremiah Paul, I know that he gets this place, Joseph Juma Waka, because Lima is strongly supporting Joseph Juma Waka.
Okay. We're not hearing you anymore. Oh, it looks like they are line kind of frozen. I hope, Mr. All right. I think we having some issue over there. So you get ready. Some of you that are here writing, saying all kinds of things, you will have your time to speak your mind. You don't have to talk about what stick we talk about. I was telling you what is on my mind. If you have something on your mind, feel free to come and tell us. But I believe at the end of the day, some of you that are here saying it's a lie, is this, we have seen this, we have watched this movie before. You will come here and say, oh no, this is a lie, this is a lie. But when it comes to the reality, when you see the facts, you will say, oh no, yeah, you will not even have the audacity, the courage to say, you know what, yes, you said it. We told you here that if Joseph Nima Boakai choose Brownie Samuka to be the Senate candidate for Lofa County, that they will, at the end of the day, they will play politics with it, that he will not take seat. We say it was wrong as long as the man was convicted by the lower court. We said the Supreme Court may delay, but they will go in line. They will go in line with the lower court. We said it was not a good idea. When you say, oh, no, you know nothing, you don't know, the party, blah, 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 you don't know politics. At the end of the day, he was elected, he was rejected. He was removed again. We told you that the last election, that if United Party continued to go by herself without being with the CPP, that they could lose that election in Lofa County. Because these guys, they could even cheat, believing that the opposition are divided, nobody going to fight. They will not have a unified force to come and fight against the government. That they will do anything, they will defeat the United Party and nothing will come from out of it. What happened? After a while, after the election, they say United Party is going to win, but after a few times, they came out to say their lawyers are going to court. They never considered, they never recognized the election. Up to now, the lawyers are still going to court, but they can't reach. Some of you can just come, get in your feelings, talk nonsense to people, insult people, disrespect people for their opinion without you telling us your opinion. But at the end of the day, if you see the truth, you can't come and tell us. All of what I just said to you, you know very well that Benina Ure being with Joseph Nima Boakai from the onset. As a matter of fact, all the controversy, all the controversial issues in the CPP were created by Benina Ure. Besides that, all the destruction in the CPP arrangement came from Costa and Telia Ure. You know that. And when they decided to break the CPP apart, they used Yomli Kanka Lawrence to go and have that infamous press conference. You know that. All of these things happen in their quest to secure vice presidency. So since we lost the call, the radio station, they will come back on. Let's start taking calls in the diaspora. I think we have a first caller here. I think this is Steve Kutukli. Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Kenneth, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Okay, I'm doing great.
It looks like the radio is back on. Just hold your peace for a second.
Yeah, say who's over though, when they
what happened? The line was jamming up or what?
Yeah, so the I don't know what was happening, but I think
all right. I'll already take one caller here. Let that person finish speaking, and we'll go back to Liberia. Okay?
No problem.
Yeah, Sekou Dukle, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Connor, your analysis you made before you open the line for Liberia, it makes 100% sense. You know the problem with GNB, you said you want water for the party. You so believe the president said that his property, you win. And the people are advancing the foolishness. Because we saw the by-election in Lofa County between Councilor Jara and the Unity Party candidate. And the result came, the ruling party was supporting another candidate, and Councilor Jara was the one that was supporting behind the scene, and they came out victorious. Now, when we talk about 2023 election, he kept going, and not even the same way he came in the first election, he did not announce his running mate until election was coming closer, and he brought somebody in, and nobody, well, that person was not able to be sealed to the Liberian people, and at the end of the day, he didn't go anywhere. And because he now collaborate with other people, he feel like the president said that he property, so he can go and win it. But I will tell him he can't win the election that coming 2023. My reason being,
who's gonna win? Who's gonna win?
Probably if Alexander Kuhlman can work with other political parties that already have their own presidential candidate and lobby with them and understand that they can win, because the old man have health issue and he not want come openly and tell people say I have to book a medical attention, and he keep making it that he's good, he's the best man in the race, and we agree he's one of the best men, but he's not the best man in the race. We have Alexander Kuhlman, we have Lieutenant Kamara, we have other people. All right, and we cannot sit here and continue to sell somebody and the person they can buy there and they keep coming. Somebody who served the country for 12 years and the president did not recommend them to be president. The president, Ellen Johnson, said, did not recommend his deputy, the principal deputy, to become president or what that now like people will come back and stay in line and vote for somebody who will not recommended by his first employer. So let's make it clear here. We want good leadership for our country. Let people not be forcing some idea on the country that will not benefit Liberia, that will not bring good leadership to the country at large. When we talk about leadership, Arizona Kuhlman can come fast, he go around, he's energy. I'm not just saying he's the best, but he's one of the best person that we can go around now with a character. He got good character like Mr. Boakai. But I told people when talk about to come make decisions, it can be difficult for us to make our own decision for our own country. And people taking side because I'm related to somebody. I'm not related to business yet. We're talking about better Liberia.
Thank you.
What I related to, yeah, better Liberia and better leadership. That's it.
All right, thank you very much. So let's go back to Liberia. What's on your mind? From there, we'll come to the United States, to the diaspora.
Yes. So thank you, Sekou, and I'll be receiving other calls. I don't know.
There's a lot of calls coming.
Yeah, but they will also coming from that side. Hello.
Oh, somebody call you from here? How did you get a number?
Yes, my brother, I'm good. What's the name and from where you join us?
It's low.
Okay, he's calling us from Maryland on that side, and
Maryland, United States.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're not hearing that person. How can the person calling from here? The volume is low like that.
Because the man is already there, and he's not to know whatever you're doing up to now regarding it. I know the buy only days for BNP, you don't need to buy only days for your company, some of those things, and now you're doing it. And President India looking at them, the product said the last time BNP delayed, last thing you don't need to buy only days, you didn't do anything, and you lost the election. You know, people have to get together, look at differently, how we do President New York. And that's the best thing we can do.
All right.
The city can walk with everybody we do, and then you that we do, and people laugh, and then we support it.
Okay.
That's the way to do that.
All right. So. Okay.
Yeah, we can't even understand the call, man.
Yeah. So I think we got to leave him so he can call on our side. I think that's the best thing to do. Good. Hello.
It's made it here. What make him call you?
Yeah, go ahead. What's your name and from where you joining us? Okay, go ahead, Conton.
I want to say thank to your brother Desiku. He said it all, but he tried to be, making it that Boakai is not competent to be president of the country. Let me tell you one thing. Speaking for running mate, beside the running asylum, none of the people are there. You're the one. All the parties are running, nobody has called nobody yet as a running mate.
Why?
No, for the unity party job, Boakai not going to. They're going to need the young candidate is what running mate. So people let you on that. That's the decision.
Yomli Kanga Lawrence? Hello, excuse me. Are you saying that Senator Lawrence will be the vice running mate? Are you part of the hurricane? Are you? No, that's too difficult now. I thought you were speaking as maybe one of the hurricane, but anyway, thank you so much. And you want to know why other people are not calling there. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Johnson.
Yeah, my brother, good evening. What's your name and from where, Johns?
Yeah, this is Chelsea Cooper. I call president for Carisburg City. Let me say good evening to Seku. You see, Johnson, holding all fighters constant. If we do go into the election, there will be a second round.
How?
Wait.
I think holding all fighters constant right now. If everybody go the way they are now, there will be a second round. But Seku, our fear here, when it comes to the incumbency, especially African leaders, they got good way of manipulating election results. Anyway, we are calling on a united opposition front so that there will be a margin that will be so wide that even though the incumbent president may not have no reason to cheat, just as that was the wrong one, there was no reason to cheat because of the wide margin. But it is simple. If we go for this first round, we will go a second round, and there will be an opposition collaboration, but then it may be less. So this is why we are saying that the opposition community, they need to come together to massively defeat this president that infinitesimally perform. This president will massively fail the Liberian people. If we can have the major opposition parties coming together, it will be a one-round victory for the opposition. So we are calling on them to work behind the scene. This politics, you put the interest of the people. But in Liberia, most of our people put their personal interest over national interest. We know that politics is interest-driven. That is personal interest and national interest. But for our country, they are always their personal interest over national interest.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hello?
Hey, Johnson.
Yeah, my brother, good evening. What's your name and from where you join us? 1 minute, please.
Thank you. My name is Gabriel Plaki. Thanks for having me this evening.
Thank you so much, Chief, for joining us.
Well, thank you. It's my distinguished pleasure. I'd like to begin with Seku. Seku made some interesting analysis, and I want to just put in perspective. When Seku said that no one can campaign for the Unity Party, Joseph Boakai, or the Costa, is wrong in capital letter. Who campaigned for Joseph Boakai in Acosta? You got to stop making it out of flimsy analysis on the radio. You guys name and women in Unity Party. You understand? You can come to a national radio to say, only Costa. You will respect Costa for his contribution. But Costa was the same man who said that Joseph Boakai was walking dead. And turned around and came to support the same man
Okay. Yeah. So, Chief, quickly before you leave our line, I want to ask you this question: why is it that you guys still taking a long time to come up with your vice running mate?
Yeah, our political negotiation. You know when Joe Biden came up with his running mate? In 6 months, he came with Kamala Harris, and guess what? This month, the executive father in Joseph Boakai will be naming his running mate.
This month.
That person was shot the contract. Let me let you know, and don't forget about his contract. That's part of that. You know, we gotta be serious in this country.
What is his name? What is the person's name?
April.
In this country, on the serious note.
Yeah.
If you came President we are for being in the spirit, then we be talking about somebody. How can we bring how much in the party?
Yeah. So quickly before you go, Chief. Yeah. So quickly before you go, Sekou is asking for your full name.
Because he misinterpreted what I said.
What is April Blackie? Yeah. All right.
Okay. Let me stay on the line. Let me state what I said. And let me repeat what I said. Is he there?
Yeah. Go ahead. I didn't get you.
All right. Okay. So I did not say no one can campaign, but I said no one in the United Party or supporter of Joseph Boakai can campaign better or that is louder than Henry Costa. It's not there. And that's just the fact. You know that. Okay, who is there? Who is there? Tell me one person who is more powerful in among Boakai supporters than Henry Costa in terms of support. Who is there? Who is there more vocal? Who is there can speak and make the case for Joseph Boakai more than Costa? Who? No, that's not the point. I'm asking you. You tell me who. Who are they?
You got other executive members. You got legislators. You got people like who told you?
But all the people that are holding behind Costa.
No, but you can't make
all those people that they might be vocal, they might be somehow, they might be able to articulate. I know about all those people, man. I know them, but all of them pay hate to Costa. I know them. All the people you're talking about, I know all of them. But all of them pay hate to Costa. But thank you very much. Take another call.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Chief April Blackie. Thank you so much for the time and to this caller. Good evening. Yeah, my brother. What's your name and from where you join us?
Okay, my name is Patrick. I'm calling from T35.
Okay, go ahead, Patrick.
Okay, yeah. When it comes to the selection of the VP or the Vice President or what they call Vice Bureau, there should be Costa is not material for that position. Based on the inconsistency. So there should be counting Costa on. We are looking at either Kanda Lawrence for Program Basel or because of the number, go to Diva County and take Jeremiah.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. It's not Costa, and Costa is out according to him. Good. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening. How you doing?
Yeah, my brother. I'm okay. Thank God. What's your name and from where you join us?
My name is God.
Okay, go ahead, Chief.
Thank you for the thought there. I hear you spoke well. Still again. To be sincere, I want united opposition. You choose Yombly, you choose Senator Yombly, Senator Jeremiah. We can solve the problem. We need united opposition because our youth Nigeria are case study. In Nigeria, the two opposition leader or having 6 million votes. 6 million votes. So we are also on that vote came out to 12 million and more than
yes.
More than the equipment president. So you can say you chose Youngly Jeremiah una support of feedback, you two Jeremiah, young Luna support of feedback. So if better we need united opposition, we want somebody that will come and follow la bureau first, and not because interest. Also, already senator, we need it. You already senator, somebody you need to buy it. We have been young Luna Jeremiah for protest or say people position, but we need
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. For no time here in Liberia, we have 12 more minutes to go. So we are seeing that.
We got to let Liberia people go now. So
So, no time.
First of all, before I take any caller here in the United States, I want to welcome Dr. Steve Wole, aka Moses. My man, welcome. Why are you coming late?
Our in situation I can't handle.
My man, the last time D. Curtis told you that only Moali can be in situation. Nobody else can be in situation in this place.
Our in situation I can't handle.
All right. Welcome to SKTV. So
but where you find them Melbourne man from? Man.
Melbourne is back. Melbourne is back.
Yeah, and then my brother. Steve, I miss you a lot, man. But anyway, thank God, you gotta take some time out.
My man, I money out business. But anyway, Mr. Connect.
Yeah, I had 2 callers here, but because you of your time is kind of sensitive, I have 2 callers. You want to take them, then you come in, or you want to come in?
Let me come in now. Follow the show. Let me come in really quick. I'll be short. I'll be very short.
Go ahead.
So first of all, I want to thank you, Mr. Connect. Thank Melbourne. Thanks to our listeners and our viewers, those following us from Liberia via the radio, and those also in the US. We want to say thank you. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth. That's what I believe. But I also believe that the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. That one you can go argue with yourself. But, Mr. Kane, here is the issue. The fact that Joseph Yuma Boakai has been around Liberian politics for 25 years and plus, given, to even be discussing somebody like Costa as vice running, even the discussion alone, it shows problem on Joseph Yuma Boakai's judgment.
Yeah.
That's something that we need to go talk about. And it's a fact that the conversation was happening or is happening currently with Costa. It's a fact. It's not a joking thing. We said it before here in other news. It is a fact. It is not a joking thing that Costa is considered as part of the running mate of Joseph Yuma. As a matter of fact, when Joseph Yuma Boakai came to America, they were trying to convince him to carry Costa. Just the conversation alone, it shows problem with judgment of Joseph Yuma Boakai. It questions his so-called wisdom that he's passing around with. That is problematic. That is problematic. At all levels, it's problematic. So that is a disgrace to the United Party. But again, that's who they are. That's what they want to settle for. But let's get to other issues. Because the thing that on my mind, on Saturday, I will expand on it a little more, is the fact that we have 2 major issues.
Can you talk about Saturday? You remind me, let me just say something real quick.
Yes.
The last time Mr. Cummings promised to be on here in March.
Yes.
So he could potentially be here on Sunday.
Wonderful.
On Sunday. And he promised that when he come in, only 1 hour interview going to have with you, myself, and Melbourne. The rest of the talking going to be with the audience, because he said he want to have enough time with the people.
Yes.
So they can ask him all the questions they want to ask him in a word.
Okay.
So we are waiting for the confirmation for Sunday. Once we know, we will make the flyer, and we'll share it with the people.
Wonderful.
Saturday, I just want to make sure we remind our people that Sunday, I believe Cummings will be here.
Yes, and something I want to bring up. Like I said, we'll expand on it. I'm very concerned about Liberia and the foreign policy of Liberia. I'm very concerned. I'm concerned about the interference indirectly of whether it is the World Bank and other people indirectly, China and so forth, into our elections.
Okay.
The moves they are making, they're very strategic. And on Thursday, we elaborate on what they are doing. That could be a serious problem for the current government and for the Liberian people with the United States. We are talking about international relations here. We're not talking about your funny thing. We're discussing serious things. As we speak now, China and America are not in good terms diplomatically, especially because China feels that America is backing Ukraine and China indirectly is also backing Russia. They've had back and forth conversations that have not yielded to anything. Liberia's election should not be open to foreign interferences. It can be a problem, especially when our foreign policy is diverted towards other people. That is a problem. And again, on Saturday, we'll expound on it because of the sake of time. Here is something I wanted to also bring up. This case of Councillor Musu or Justice Musu Gloria Scott. This case is fishy, funny. It raises lots of eyebrow, lots of questions to answer. And I'm very concerned about the outcome. Considering all of the stories we've heard, whether from the Justice Musu or from other people, there has been inconsistency. Nothing. It's ununderstandable. For example, you can pepper spray somebody and that same person run in the crowd or people that came. That does not make any sense. You can't say you pepper spray somebody and you don't see the person, even if the person have mask on. Then that means if you pepper spray that person, the person have mask on, it makes it worse for them because the pepper spray is contained on the face or in the eyes. So what I'm saying in essence is, what are the government, what are the Gloria Musu Scout? They need to let the Liberian people know what's going on and stop these little games. These things, and I will call on the government.
Steve, do you remember?
Yes.
When I listened to all these things on the Spoon Network that day, I came and wrote something on my page. I said, I'm hearing a lot of different stories. I don't know who to believe.
Yes.
And
yes.
People get to me.
Mr. Kane, on Saturday,
there's a lot of missing pieces.
Yes, on Saturday, initially when this whole case started, they wanted to blame me on Musa Belede. Some members of the Liberty Party, in person of Clark Tume, went and made a post. He blamed Musa Belede. When he couldn't hold water, they started shifting the blame to Jefferson Koji. Now, the team looking funny. Let me say this. And to the people then who say they were women group and they're in solidarity, shame on them. They are a bunch of crooks. They're not serious, those women. I'm not in no solidarity. They're not solidarity people. They're not solidarity people. They don't mean well. They are people who exploit political movements and so forth. Where are they solidarity group? When Princess Cooper died, where are the solidarity group? When other women were crying that the children are missing, where were the solidarity group? They are a bunch of hustlers. No women are got out. They're not serious. I say it. And I stand by it. I will not take it back. Because if they were serious, they should have laid the groundwork for this thing from day one. You don't come because it's politically expedient for you. You want to make it low layer. Let me say this. I don't support CDC. But if we do what is right and we stand with the Liberian people, then let's stand for people who don't even have the authority or the mantle of power, who are not even close to power, because every life matters in Liberia. That's what we should do. And we should call it out as it is. Here's the last one I want to make, Mr. Kenneth. To the ANC, the CPP, the whatever it is, group then that the guy in Labrador, the opposition. Let me say this to the ANC. There is a pattern of the government creating disruption. Let me say this to CPP. The last time we saw this disruption, when Alexander Cummings was moving around, trying to gain some momentum, I hear Eugene Fagon talking about, oh, the men were gaining momentum, and they set him up, they lie on here, this. Mr. Kennedy, the thing what we said on this show before, that they lie on Cummings, and some of us, they insulted me and you on the show, they say we are pay agent, we are Cummings agent. They will confess one by one as time goes by. Guess what happened? They are planning another disruption as Cummings is moving again. Because for them, they have the right to be passing around and be making a case. Other people might not pass around because Labrador is for them. So the ANC and Cummings should pay serious attention. Remember when the CPP all together, when Cummings then went to Grand Gina, they wanted to take away from the movement that they were making to move around. So they set up Kai Fale and other people because they wanted distraction and they wanted to make sure that they distract this whole issue. Then they brought that bogus case again. I'm saying I'm blowing the alarm. They are planning something again for y'all. If you don't keep your eye open at your business, we will stay in all the party. We can discuss all the party. Me, I can discuss any party. I don't care. I can discuss any political leader. So y'all be on your alert and y'all be ahead of your game because these guys are planning to bring disruption, to bring distraction, and to slow Kumis down. Thank you, Mr.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Please.
What do you make of the fact that GNB just left from here a month ago? That GNB is coming back to the United States for a medical reason that will be here, that he supposedly will be here for 2, 3, up to 4 months if possible. What would that mean for
Mr. Kanye, you've been professional about it, you say medical reason. JMB coming for surgery. We told the people a few weeks ago that JMB were coming to America for surgery, and the surgery recovery time will last. There's nothing here to lie about. There's nothing here to be top secret. Why it shows that it shows the thing what we say from day one. JMB will not wrong, he will not wrong. Whether they like it, they not like it at the business. I'm not here to please anybody. I'm not in nobody camp. Me, nobody paying me to say what I say. I don't want nobody level. I don't want nobody salary to say the pay. I work, I'm talking. My work, I'm talking. As I want to be on somebody's salary, they'll be working. Are you serious? So what I'm saying in essence is Joe Biden was sick this few days. They removed cancer for him. And his doctor came out and said it. His doctor came and reported it. Al Jazeera, all the BB News and carry it. Nobody praying for anybody else or bad thing to happen. But when the man's not already, Joe Ball coming for his surgery, wishing the best, and they need to start playing games, come to terms with reality, tell the Labrador people, Joe Ball will not be all wrong, and start fooling around. We don't get time for this. We don't get time for this. Joe Ball will not wrong. I stand with what I said that time, I stand with it today, and I will stand with it tomorrow. Joe Ball will not wrong.
I'm not saying that, but thank you very much.
Me, I will say that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Remember, back to you, Labrador people, because me, the way Steve is saying to me, I don't know how to say that.
Yeah, and that's just one thing about that, my brother. Yeah, they make a fire. And to that case that you're talking about, that case is just so deep that we don't know. We don't even know which way to even go because the other news coming up, the others are coming up, the other one coming. So, but you just said it all that we all should speak the truth. That there where when you talk sometimes and say yes, you're right because you can't say you are fighting for justice and you want to be biased. You just want to be on
one-sided.
No, then you're not doing the right thing. So according to our news guys, they are saying that we may not carry the news. So at least you're going to be a small here at least for maybe 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay, I like that. I like that because I really let the people in Labrador to be listening to other people here when they call in. Yeah, so I have 2 callers here. Let me go to
So quickly before you go to the calls, for those of you that our listener, we are so sorry that we can't bring you the news due to some technical problem. And please don't.
So the electoral news that go in Liberia is not going to go on today.
No.
So we're going to take some more of their time. Okay, that's good.
Yes.
Let them give the time to us. So let Liberia people to listen to what we're saying. So I think the next caller here is Mr. Fumba Turvidi Ture. Mr. Ture, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Man, I'm sorry for the long wait. Both of you and Prince, you guys can hold the line. Go ahead. You're live.
I'm listening to you and listening to Brother Steve Bole. I was just laughing. Steve Steve and myself shared a certain DNA.
Yeah, yes, not saying DNA. Not saying DNA. You Steve behave the same way.
I know. The fact is the fact. I mean, you can't have it. You can't beat. I don't like to beat around the bush. I just want to speak to certain thing about Henry Costa. You see, I mean, Steve said it all, but I just want to add this. Second, being louder or the loudest does not amount to being the campaigner. Now, you see, the young man ran before. He did not win for himself. Neither to say on the national stage. Okay, that is one. Second, I want to speak to my native county, Niba County. Second, I want you to know that Niba County is big time divided at this time. We're going to October 10th. It's divided. There's no hidden secret about that. Second, we have more Nibanians that are capable of pulling out more votes for any other, aspirant than Jeremiah Kuhn.
Okay.
Look at it. I'm looking at it from the native Nibanian minds. When push comes to shove, Jeremiah Kuhn will not be a vice presidential, good vice president pick from Labour Party. I'm telling you this. Okay, again, let me say this. For me, for us, the vote, we are on the ballot as a presidential candidate. And Jeremiah Wabo is the next president. That surprise, that miraculous surprise will come to Liberia. There's no doubt about that. You will see it October 10th.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's go to Prince here. I think Prince is on the line. Prince, are you there? Wow, my man. Thanks for the long wait. That's like 15-minute wait. Yeah. Thank you for the long wait. Sorry for the wait. So go ahead.
That's all right. No need to apologize. Our legitimate CEO.
You full of trouble. Go ahead.
Yeah, our original legitimate CEOs. Thank you so much. In the group, people say the thing I can get it about do out of the hole that smoke. When you smoke it will come out. And nothing can bring the Unity Party people out of the hole, out of the rock or illusion, other than the analysis of Sekou Kenny. The original and the bona fide and the legitimate CEO of social media. Thank you for bringing them out of the hole, and they're coming out and trying to make a case that is just for cartoon. That's my take on your analysis, not my what they're saying. Everything you say is the truth. And then my second take again is that the hypocrisy from the very same Unity Party. They go around, the censor gets out there telling people, oh, the opposition unity. The opposition need to come together. The opposition need to come together. If the opposition don't come together, all hell will break loose. We will be the next king of Africa. The opposition need to come together. But these very same people, while they're talking on the other side of the mouth, they're doing a different thing. They went out today to address the issue of the censor. The same people who call for opposition unity are the ones dividing the opposition. Everybody in Liberia, even the National Election Commission, knows that the Liberty Party issue is settled. And Musa Ability is the chairman. And the Unity Party is yet to determine its political leader based on their constitution. But these very people going out there and divide the Unity Party, acknowledging folks that are not in leadership in the Unity Party, folks that are abdicated and elect the leadership position desperate because of power. The Dillon, the Yobli Kanga, they are acknowledging these people. Charles Walker Bronskin, peace be to the soul that is there today, knows the letter has already reached his grave telling him that the Liberty Party chairman is Musa Ability. Only Jesus Newman Boakai and South the Unity Party hasn't gotten that yet, and it's still dividing the opposition. They went, they had that press conference, mentioned everybody other than ANC. But the people are calling, because the opposition, they're having a meeting for opposition to come together and speak against the rigging of the censor. They name all the political parties in their book, all the ANC. Tomorrow they will come together again and say, oh, opposition need to come together, the opposition need to be united. Why is tomorrow now? Anything happen with the election, John Weah rigging election, they will be the same people called the ANC, not do solidarity, so we can fight against John Weah with the rigging election. These people don't mean a thing. The only sad thing is that the Liberian people need to know that the better way forward is Alexander Benedict Cummings, because he's the future. He's a guy that has not been tried yet. He has not been tested yet in the Liberian politics, and he needs to be given a chance to make a difference in our country. That's the reality, and I hope the ANC people can galvanize their forces, go on the ground, make that case, door to door, and at the end of the day, Liberian people decided one John Weah, that John Weah will have. They decided one Joseph Human Baga, that is potentially having a running mate that may potentially put a rebel leader. You know what will happen to Jamaica succeed Joseph Human Baga? Jamaica will probably Prince Johnny as vice president. What we're going to say? Nobody's going to say nothing about that. So thank you very much, Sekou. I appreciate the analysis and the time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Go help to the CEO. And who that CEO don't bring out hard again like big CEO there, right?
No. Stop
Thank
it.
you very much.
Stop it. Thank you.
Yeah. So I won't have for a break, but some hurricane from the United Party just come in and they said, Steve said, Joseph Human Boakai is not running. I don't know how true it is. He said that.
He said, that is not something new. He says he believed Boakai will not run.
Okay.
He's not saying he had information from something or he have confirmation, but he based on everything constant. He thinks he will not run. I've said that before, but at the end of the day, the ultimate decision is with Ambassador Joseph Boakai and his family.
Okay.
It is no secret that he's not well. It is no secret that he has some medical issues. We all have our medical issues. That's why some people are not running for anything. So when somebody say, I saw somebody written that you people need to be careful talking about other people's health. Everybody's health is in the hand of God. Of course, we know that. When I contracted COVID and my wife, I was the one that came on the radio and television to tell the people that, yes, COVID is real. People should take it seriously. I contracted COVID. It was serious. One day, as big as my television screen is, I was sitting watching it. I couldn't see it because of the pain, the headache that I received. So everybody got sick at some point. Just recently, I got sick for up to like 4 months. I was not doing show, right? I had what? My pressure went up very, very high. My body dropped to nothing. You could see me. So we all got sick. And if my condition cannot permit me to do a certain thing, I will not do it. I will not, let's say, because talking, even when you're not sick, talking can raise your blood pressure. Talking too much can raise your blood pressure. Even when before you start talking, check your pressure. After talking right away, check it again, you will see the difference. So when I was sick, and my blood pressure was very, very high, I stopped doing show. So anything that you know that is not conducive for your condition, stop it. So nobody's saying Boakai, something will happen to him tomorrow, something will not happen to him tomorrow. No, we're not saying that. God forbid. We pray for his health. We pray for him to be good for himself, for his family. Equally so. People who are supporting him should love him so much and pray that he remain healthy and everything should be good with him. Notwithstanding, I saw you are running for public office. Everything about you is public. The public will talk about you.
That's the point.
Will talk about you if you stay out. As long as you are there and you're becoming president, will impact my life, my family's life, and the life of other people. Your entire life, including your health, is my concern.
Indeed, 100%.
Of every Liberian. So let people stop being sensitive. Let people stop being, thin-skinned. Let people start acting like as if to say talking about somebody's health is a common. No, it's not. It's a fair game. It's a fair game that you want to know who's going to be president, their health condition. If they are healthy, why you want to make George Boakai president if you know that you're going to make somebody vice president who is not capable of becoming president and he has some health issue? You got to make sure George Boakai is okay because the George Boakai you're voting for. The vice president are there just in case. But knowing the fact that a vice presidency is a heartbeat away from the presidency, you want to make sure that the health of the president is okay.
100%.
There are a lot of other people there in the country. That is not in any way against Boakai. People who are even concerned about Boakai health are the ones helping him. We want to make sure it's okay. So people can be confident as to who they are voting for. So people should not be so, crazy. They go above when you mention somebody's health. It's not good. Boakai is a leader for all Liberians, not just for Unity Party. No. Boakai serves as vice president for every Liberian, not the Unity Party people. And if he runs And if he wins, he will be president for Liberian people, not just United Party people. So every Liberian have the right. We all have the right to talk about his health, to talk about his work, to talk about everything that matters. Because at the end of the day, when Boakai said, yes, I take loan for my upkeeping, when Boakai said that he took loan for his upkeeping, people got concerned about it because he's going to be handling the Liberian people money. He's going to be handling the resources of the country. He's going to be taking care of the 5 million people and their well-being. He's going to be responsible to make sure he create work and conducive environment for the Liberian people. We're going to make sure that this guy will make sure they invest in private sector wherein other Liberians will get employed. And the man is saying that, okay, I'm taking loan from people for my upkeeping. People want to know who you owe, how much you owe. At the end of the day, you're not going to take Liberian people money to pay your debt. Is that a fair question? Of course it is. If I'm running for something and I owe you, I owe Peter, I owe Paul, it's clear that I come and made a disclaimer, make it clear to the people, this is how much I owe, and this is how much I have in my account. And that's what the people can do something for, they can kind of declare assets for. And that's what people get angry with Joe Weir that he didn't declare his assets. So those are fair games. But one thing about Liberian people, as long as you don't press things for them or for the person they support, then automatically end.
And that's the kind of politics I would do here. That's just so terrible. You know, if you talk for my candidate, or for example, if you talk good about my candidate, then we are friends. But when you want to critique, or maybe you want to talk anything, maybe negative about my candidate, then I mean, you and I, we are not friends. Then I don't know which about Liberia are we trying to build.
So I don't know how many more minutes you have in Liberia, because a lot of people in Liberia want to call. You have a few more minutes. We want to take some few more calls. We call them off. They were calling plenty. We call them off.
Yeah, because of anyway. But I think we have 5 more minutes to go because we got to go now. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me just say, if people are trying to call from the United Party,
let's get the 5 minutes.
Yeah. So if you are there, you can call now, at least so that you can do your or so you can give your clarity. No, April Blackie from the United Party, the guy when you were talking.
Hey, April Blackie?
Yeah, April Blackie, the guy said, vice president is running. Yeah. So, yeah, Chief, you're alive.
Yeah, thank you, Johnson. I just like to, public accusation, once not dispelled, remains to be true until properly.
Put the volume up a little bit, please.
To stick on this public media that Vice President, the integrity father, Joseph Boakai, will now run. It's false and misleading. In fact, we should be even happy that we have an individual who is supposed to be Liberia's next president that have met all of God's requirements. We should be happy to even tap in our grade. Former President Muhammadu Buhari, for his first term, was sick and kept going to London. Today he has ended 8 years. We should be very careful. And about whom God has blessed to reach 70 years plus is a grace. But young people, some of us who can't even read 40, and we are called to glory. And those people are even talking about somebody that God has blessed. And to have even met one of the requirements, please go and say, Ambassador Joseph Newman Boakai is strong. He will run. He will be on the ballot. This is not God. He should even be careful to be speaking so definitively. Who can just say? Who can just say? Nothing wrong. All of us can get sick. Even the very student that's talking is sick. That's because he's moving. We all are sick. It's not wrong to be sick, but to be talking about somebody's health in the public. I used to say the president does not know, or the president does not even know what to do. It's wrong. Ambassador Joseph Newman Boakai is blessed with more than 70 years by God, and that's great. And those of us young people should be praying to even reach that. And he's going to run, he's going to be on the ballot. Whether you go
ask that guy if he related to Prince Sharif of TDC, because they tune look alike. I listen, their voice, they got similar voice.
This concept belongs to all of us. You understand? It doesn't belong to one person. The United Party have got the right to criticize the government. that signed the document today. You understand? So when I hear some people saying the unity party, the opposition, and you know, all of us will not come together.
You said 10 political parties. Eba Blackie?
Yeah.
If I may get you clear, you said 10 political parties join you on today signing the document.
Yeah.
And which type of document is that?
You got 10 that talk about the fraudulent conduct of the census.
Okay.
You got 10. And you know there are political negotiations going, my brother. You got political negotiations going.
Opposition coming together.
President, we have got 110. Whether he elected or not, is 110. Is that going to be retained because the Liberian people are resolved? They are resolved because this government has inflicted the Liberian people with pain, agony, poverty, and hardship.
So quickly before we take leave of you, with the voter registration coming up on the 20th of March, and what do you make of all of these things? In fact, you people from the opposition, or is everything okay? Are you prepared for the voter registration?
We have long said that the Election Commission is taking direct instruction from the president. Come to think about it, you yourself raised that. Also now, no civic education. No civic education. Just as the processes are led to the fraudulent census process. It's the things that are taking place now with the voter registration. No civic. Have you heard any jingle on the radio in the very vernacular? Nothing is happening. We're talking about message, the fight experience in our country. And the government, through the National Election Commission, has done little to inform our people. There's going to be huge confusion. And we understand that the Election Commission has already endorsed cheating. The fact that they refuse to remove the names and the inscription right before them. We are 2023. There's a clear fact that they have endorsed cheating. And this election, they have to be very careful because it is between the government of Liberia and the people of Liberia. It is against the government of Liberia and the people of Liberia. It is the people versus the government. So any attempt to cheat or to cheat in this election, there will be consequences. We can lie to you because the lives of the people matter. We are cautioning the Election Commission to do what is legitimate, what is correct. We need citizen education for voter registration.
All right, so you were talking about...
You haven't heard anything? Even your station are complaining. They are complaining there's no sufficient civil education for voter registration. No one knows what's going to be happening. No one knows.
Yeah.
And you got less than few days to voter registration. No one knows.
From the 20th of this month to the 9th of April, and you guys are sitting down like nothing is happening.
The Unity Party has spoken. They asked the Unity Party categorically rejected the just and the fraudulent census. The data, they are inaccurate. We have spoken to these things. We've spoken, we issued press statement. We've spoken our Senate bearer.
So is this the guy who want to compare himself with Henry Costa? Is this the person you want to compare yourself with Henry Costa? Let the guy be quiet.
All right, thank you so much.
These guys, all of them, let me tell you, all of them, everybody that in Unity Party, all of them, they pay heed to Henry Costa. Henry Costa is the leader for all of them. In fact, when Joseph Nimo Boakai, you know, the man said it in public. He said on his show. And I didn't see any man that came and say they rejected the idea. I said it's not true. The man came and said, I single-handedly rejuvenated the spirit, the ambition, the presidential ambition of Joseph Nimo Boakai. He said it. And besides that, it was visible. When Costa, when Joseph Nimo Boakai came here the last time before the last trip, his movement, everything about him, everything was coordinated, controlled, direct, and directed by Costa. Everything. And even now, he made it very clear the last time that it was him. What is that? All right. He said that he was the one who, in fact, suggested that he wanted Joseph Nima Boakai, during Joseph Nima Boakai anniversary, with his wife, he the one suggested that an invitation should be extended to Alexander Cummings, and it was done. In fact, the last time when they said that Joey gave $75,000 to Boakai, Costa was the one that they sent to come and defend the Boakai camp. And he said it never happened. He said if it happened, he didn't know about it. That means it didn't happen. So it's clear when it comes to the Unity Party, Joseph Nima Boakai, when it comes to leadership, is the only person. Nobody else is there. That's why most of the young people that are there, they're forcing the old man, because they themselves, they can't come over. They can't come up front. That's just the truth. And when it comes to campaigning, when it comes to speaking or being in the vanguard of the media to talk or to defend, to make case for Joseph Boakai, is Henry Costa. If you manage Henry Costa, who's there? Nobody. That's just the truth. That's the reason why they will condone everything, every insult, disrespect, and anything from Henry Costa towards anybody because of fear of losing him. But when you talk, some of the little ones want to run their mouth. But it's the truth. I'm not a big fan of Costa. I like him as a young person who is involved, who's been involved in the Liberian politics for a while now. And I respect him for who he is. But I disagree with most of the things he does. And the way he does it. Especially when it comes to the manner in which he talks to people. The manner in which he insults people. His father figures. People that can feed him, people that can born him, people that can take care of him an entire life. The way he disrespects them. People that can really be his father. His level of disrespect to people. That's the only problem I have with him. But the political hustle, I don't care about whatever he does. Because I know many Liberians, they don't follow themselves. They don't follow things based on their own critical thinking or critical analysis. They follow some people that they believe in. Whether this person is telling the truth or lying to them, they will follow that person. Some of us who will tell them the truth, they don't like you. They like people who can lie to them. And one thing I can tell you today, I confirmed it yesterday, again, that these people, there are many, many people that are around Joseph Boakai right now. They are not supporting him. They don't like him. They are just there to make sure that they keep Joseph Boakai in the race. They keep ANC's, CPP and the Liberty Party, or the whole party thing confused. To make a local opposition are fighting among themselves. Even if Boakai will not run at the end, but the Unity Party is working with people like Costa then to make sure they keep Boakai in the loop so that they can keep the opposition divided. At the end of the day, they are there working for the government. But many people around Boakai, they don't know that. Boakai himself, he's not seeing it like that. He thinks these guys, they are joining one. They are for him. But no, most of them are there. They're working for the government. But sooner or later, you will realize it. Sooner or later, you will realize it. But I don't really care how some of you feel about me. But I can just say the truth. If you like it, man. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. But that's just the truth. We'll leave here for today. We're going to be here on Saturday. I wanted to go now, but I want somebody. The person Lola, one of my brothers. Other than that, I don't want to take any more call. But person Lola, my brother. Hello.
Yeah, man, I keep calling. They never keep going to the voicemail.
No, I don't even see the call. But we got my direct number. How you doing?
Yeah, because you route the number to Steve. So
Oh, yeah. You know what happened? I forgot because Steve the one been doing the show, so I didn't write the number to myself.
Are going to Steve.
I see why. I apologize. Let me even check. Oh my God, that's what happened. Yeah. So go ahead, my brother. What's on your mind today?
All right. This is your boy Genton at the Undercover Sedition.
And the high pressure talk show host. the high blood pressure.
The high blood pressure.
Go ahead, my brother.
Anyway, look, you said a lot of good things, but I think there is one thing you guys are missing. Everybody is pretending in Liberia, especially among the opposition. And that is, these people can pretend. All right. During we are tired rally. We complained again. We said, why did they not invite the Unity Party? We said, these people, just send them a letter, just to get it on file, because these people are petty. They will do the same thing you did to them, they will do it back to you. When that question came to Louis Brown said, we invite everybody. No, you can say we invite everybody. You and these people have rough edges. So when you want to keep them on the record, make sure you send them a formal letter. They didn't do it. They went on that rally. Those guys tried to undermine that rally. All right. Today, now, I can see the other side are complaining. Oh, they went to have the rally too. They didn't call us. Hey, hello. They didn't call you because you didn't call them through the last time.
Okay, Ben, hold on 1 second. You just caused trouble for me because you are not reporting that the call were being routed to Steve. Now they want me to rather call back to me and ask for more minutes. Okay, I'll add 10 more minutes. whoever want to call can call back. Can call now. I will stay for another 10 minutes.
So because of that, what happened was that this is a tick for top now. The question is, oh yes, we will defeat we are. When will these people sit to talk? Because at the end of the day, all right, they seem to say that we will support one another. That's a lie. Because at the end of the day, when one group does not go to the second round, they will stand back the same way. This is just a clear example of them not wanting to work with one another. That's all I have to say. The problem is on both sides, and nobody can claim that they have any higher ground yet. The people there are doing the same thing. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. So, let me say this. Those of you who are saying that Sekou is a propagandist for the ANC or for Cummins, which I was a propagandist for him, or the ANC which. Because you know what? I don't have behind my fingers. If I decide to support Cummins, trust me, I will complain. And not only because I'm not alone. I'm not like some of you guys who maybe just one person. I'm a leader in my own respect. And I'm well recognized before even Facebook. I've done a lot. Back in Liberia, I worked for transportation, Liberian Transport Union. I'm a leader back in Liberia. I got a lot of followers, people that respect me, that believe in me. and I migrated to the United States. I serve my community. I serve as board co-chair. I serve as president in my community. I'm talking about Liberians, the largest Liberian Mandingo organization in the world. I have a lot of people that believe in me. And when I speak with sense. When I speak with some authority. You can never mislead my people. So, when I decide to support somebody, I will tell them. When I decided to support the law, I did not want to make it clear, but I spoke to my people. I made phone calls. I talked to leaders in my community. I talked to them in Europe. I talked to them in Australia. I talked to them in Africa to have influence on their people to vote for who I support. So the day I decide to say I'm supporting Komis or Boakai or Wea, I will come open and say it. But when you speak the truth, that is not in the interest of the person you support, then you assign me to somebody else. That's fine. But if you think my support or my voice is important, what are you doing to gain my support? What are you doing to convince me? To tell me that your person is the one Liberia really need? What are you doing? Or maybe my voice is not important to you, but then don't. What do you care? What you worry about? Do you know how many times we have invited Joseph Nima Boakai to come on this platform? He refused. Do you know how many times we have opened the line here for anybody from the Unity Party or from CDC to come here and make the case? But many of them are afraid because they have no case to make. They have nothing to tell the Liberian people. Or they're afraid of the hard questions that we ask. Or they're afraid if they come here with lies, we'll debunk it. Because we are aware. We're not just any talk show host. We know exactly what is going on in Liberia. We've been around Liberian politics for a while. We follow every day. We serve Liberia. We have people that we serve with that are still serving in Liberia that give us information. Not just the one that just started politics yesterday. So, you can say all you want, but trust me, you don't want to see me on the other side. If I decide to say I'm supporting this person, I would definitely go against your candidate. But what I'm doing right now, I'm providing information, analyzing issues, presenting the facts to the people so that they can make an informed decisions. But when I decide to support, I don't support based on tribe. I don't support based on religion. I don't support based on country solidarity or sectionalism. I support based on issues that matter to Liberia, that will benefit Liberia and the Liberian people. That's why during the senatorial campaign, my own brother, Sheikh Kuyate, even though I brought him on the show, but I told him I can't support him. He and I argued behind the scene. I told him I'm going to support Dillon. Mohamed Dukle, both whom and myself served Famusa as president. Mohamed Dukle was running against Dillon. I did not support him. He's my friend and brother. I don't support based on tribe or religion or country solidarity or some of you group thinkers. No, I'm not one of them. I support people based on merit, based on reason, based on something that will benefit my country. Not just selfish reason. Some of you who are carried away by your country solidarity or sectional solidarity or tribalism. No. So every time you say, oh, this one SKTV, that communist TV, that communist, you are doing great for communists. Because communists, which you have SKTV. Do you know what it means to have a platform for you that have over 380,000 followers? Do you know what it means to have a platform of this magnitude? Do you know communists and ANC people then they have created many platforms? It takes time to get to where we are right now. We have ANC people platform. We have different platforms created by ANC. But some by ANC supporters, some in Liberia, some here in America. They are there, they are running them. There are people who are ANC and they call their platform ANC platform. They are there. But yet they will have their time to come here and listen to us. Do you know how many times we have invited communists on this platform and he showed up? He respected us. He come and answer our questions and question to the Liberian people. It means that he is there for all Liberians. You want to remain in your bubble, you want to remain in your corner, you want to put him in a basket, and then you don't want people to talk about him. If we sort of ask the man question, he's not available, we can't talk about it. Who can better defend him than himself? If Boakai cannot defend himself on SKTV, if Boakai cannot defend himself, if you're afraid to come to bring him to defend himself on SKTV, how are you going to be answerable to the Liberian people? Similarly, do you know how many attempts we have made on many government officials in Liberia, even on the president himself and some of the closest people? Do you know how many times Smith Toby was insulted and disrespected for appearing on SKTV and have a discussion? Do you know how Akala Gray was insulted for even coming to appear on SKTV? Because why? They don't want their people to come and answer serious questions. They don't want to play the hardball. They want people that will give them softball questions, that will be pressing for, that will be pressing them, that will be saying amen to all the lies and fabrications. Those are the people they want. And if you are that, this is now your place. So, in short, I've said to you guys here that I have the opportunity to talk to Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, to talk to Ambassador Joseph Nyima Boakai, to also talk to Mr. Alexander Cummings. I have all of them direct number. I can talk to them. And they're all good people. And I respect all of them. Not because of some of the craziest supporters who the man doesn't even know. Not because of some of you that I would disrespect any of them. But when it comes to the issue, discussing the issue of Liberia, I owe no apology for speaking the truth. I think Steve is back. So, the day I was about to leave Steve, but since you are back, I will bring you on. And for a few minutes, then we got out of here. So, the day we decide to say, yeah, we are supporting this person or this party, we'll make it very clear. And we'll tell you the reason why. And if you believe in us, you follow us, you will support that person. If you don't believe in us, so be it. But you can come here because you have no record to defend. You have no agenda to be presented to the Liberian people. You have no plan or policy prescription. and you're afraid to come to talk to the people. And then whoever we talk to, then you say, oh, the person at SKTV, that ANC TV, ANC, which they have SKTV. Unity Party, which they have SKTV. That's why you have thousands and thousands of media platforms in Liberia or in the Liberian community. But SKTV remains one of the most reputable, respected, and issue-driven platform. And so we shall remain. Steve, back to you.
Yeah, Mr. Kane. You know, sometimes you can say that you can be, oh, forget about it, people don't respond to them. You know, I don't understand. Even when you try your best to not criticize, imagine you who have behind closed doors continuously talk to me, oh, don't present things a certain way, don't say this, don't say that, don't do this. They will attack you only because you say the truth, because you're not sucking up. And that's how they are. That's how they are. For them, you might not question the leader, you might not question anybody that concern them. That's how it is. And that's why when I say what I say with no fear or favor, I don't care. I'm not worried to please them. They will never. They're not about what is right. For them, it's embedded in their head that they must come to power again. So anybody that even say anything that will raise any kind of question about a candidate or somebody they support, automatically you are enemy to them. They're against you. They won't fight you. They won't disrespect you. They won't dishonor you because you don't fall in line, or because you're not lying for them, or you're not praising it. They want everybody to be on that stupid level. Then they accuse you, or the other station that Cummins station, the person that Cummins man, or that Cummins the person, that Cummins that person. Me, I don't care. You can say a Cummins person, a ANC man, a Cummins station. I will say as I see it, and as I hear it. Some of you are just full soldiers. You're continue to be full soldiers. They may reaffirm for two, for your political leader or for your political head to defend or to clarify the head. Let them come on the show. Simple. Why you gotta be getting yourself after? If the thing what was saying a lot, let your political people then come on the show. That what you do, you clear the air. You made a case. You sharpen the contradiction. There's any contradiction.
Steve, let me ask you. You know, sometimes not the reason why I can be talking to you in the back sometimes to cool off or to come a little bit soft on some of these people. Okay. Some of them, they don't know that I can talk to GNB directly. How many of them can talk to GNB directly? Does you know some of them? No, not at all. I talk to Kumish directly. I talk to Yumli directly. I say it right here. I can take my phone and call any of them right now, they will answer. I respect them, they respect me. They respect my opinion, they respect my right to my opinion. They respect what I do. Likewise, I respect them as leaders.
For some reason, I can't hear you.
Some of these people, they will just come and insult and disrespect people because you're not saying what they want you to say. They're not hearing what they want to be hearing from you. So they will assign you to a political party or to a political figure just to denigrate or somehow undermine your platform or this platform, the ANC platform. But their platform is ANC platform, and you are not an ANC person, but you always hear. Why?
Mr. Canada, the people who didn't well. So that you can be talking for them behind closed door. Me, I don't care about them. I know they're not see where they're not change. So I say I stay I will stay there. I stay. They know me.
We can leave here. We can leave it here for today.
Oh, Mr. Kane, they know me. I will not change what I'm saying. The same way I'm critical of Joey. And you know the interesting part? When you try to question the political leader or the political party, say, oh, why are you questioning Kumis like that? But Kumis never served in the government before. How can we question him on the government issue? What sense does that make? The other person never. Why is it that we're not critical of Tiawan Gonglo? Because Tiawan Gonglo saw that any government or corrupt, he left. So there is nothing that to question you about. If the question comes about something, we'll question Tiawan Gonglo. But you get a man who decide in Joseph Boakai, you're saying smart, he get wisdom. To even phantom the conversation of making Costa vice president. You know what that means? And you tell me saying wise, as old pass around saying wise because I'm stupid. No, I'm not going to accept that. That's not what people do. You demonstrate wisdom. When we say this thing, they take it personal. Well, Mr. Connie, that's what it is.
You after work, I'll see you.
Yeah, but Mr. Connie.
Yeah.
Mr. Kane, yeah, so yeah, Saturday Umba. Let me make my name Saturday. You now want me the show. The show will be very noisy because we will point out to the Liberian people the discrepancy and other things. Not only that, we will point out what has been happening. Mr. Kane, there is a diplomatic noise that could come and that could potentially expose the Wia-led government further. That's something that the Wia-led government doing in the Liberian people not paying attention to. They are distracted by all this Councillor Gloria Mususka and the other person and JMB will do that and JMB will do that. JMB not doing fine. JMB not running. I'm sorry for my body who can wear clothes who pass the right men or not running.
Somebody got angry and said that you said JMB were not running, so for the person was in Liberia, the person really they called back, they wanted to blast at you, but you were not here. So
yeah, but the person might call on Saturday. I don't get problem on that they can blast. I don't get problem on the feeding.
The person the one of the tough talking. One of the tough talking United parties put on.
Mr. Kane, the person like I said they can be living with Joseph Boakai. I don't care.
You know how the people there can talk.
Mr. Kane, let me say this.
Amanda, away two people there.
Mr. Kane, the person is welcome to express their view. I don't have a problem with that. If they not agree with what I say, that's okay. They don't have to agree with me. Let them come and express their view. Let them come and think why they believe Joseph Boakai was wrong. I will tell them why I believe Joseph Boakai was not wrong. And that's it. We move on. And that personal, and I get no issue with Joseph Boakai, and I get no issue with United Party. But we who are stakeholders will continue to have the conversation. Let them know that one. And we're not drive back from it. Thank God me and not part of no political party, so nobody can say you can't say they want, you know, you part of the party, you gotta be in party mandate. No, I ain't no party mandate business. Party mandate not on me. So I can say as I see it and as I know. But Mr. Cannon, thank you so much. You know.
45 minutes, we gotta go. At least.
Yes, I will see you soon.
All right. And you know the song I played today? That Yomli song I played today, and the song coming play again. I like this song. And I still think Yomli should be the vice presidential candidate for Boakai.
Just a